Good morning, all of you, respected ma'am and my dear friends. Myself, Kamini Thakur, third year BSc Nursing student. Today, we are going to discuss urinary catheterization in pediatrics. Before starting the procedure, I hope you all are safely staying at home and following government guidelines regarding COVID 19. So, let's start the procedure. First of all, introduction. Urinary catheterization is the insertion of catheter through the urethra into the urinary bladder to drain urine. It is an aseptic procedure for which sterile equipments are required. Next is the type of catheterization. First one is the intermittent catheterization and second one is the indwelling catheterization. In case of the intermittent catheterization, catheters are inserted several times a day for just long enough to drain bladder and then removed. They are inserted intermittently after some time interval. And next is the indwelling catheters. These catheters resides in the bladder and these are not removed intermittently. They are useful for short and long term period. Here you can see in the picture. First one is the indwelling catheter, which we call Foley's catheter, and second is the intermittent catheter, and third one is the external catheter, which is used when the both intermittent and indwelling catheterization are contraindicated. Next is the Foley's catheter size, typical weight and the tube size for each Foley's catheter. In case of pediatrics, there are different sizes of Foley's catheter for 0 to 6 months. Foley's catheter use is 6 French. For 1 year, there is 6 to 8 French. 2 years, 8 French. 3 years, 8 to 10 French. 5 years, 10 French. 6 to 8 years, 12 French. 12 years, 12 to 14 French. In case of the infants or the newborns, if the catheter size is very big for the orifice, we can also use feeding tube to drain the urine. In this slide, you can see different types of catheters. First one is the three-way catheter, second one is the two-way catheter, and there is whistle tip, cord tip, and diamond tip catheter. Here are the sizes of catheter. From 6 to 10 French we generally use in pediatrics, but it is used according to the orifice. And next is the adult female size, which is 12 to 14 French. Next is the adult male size, which is 14 to 18 French. And here is the catheter length. In pediatric we use the catheter for 30 centimeter, and in case of female we use 26 centimeter catheter, and in case of male we use 43 centimeter. Next are the complications of the catheterization. The first complication is urinary tract infection, which can be due to bacteria or infection. And second one is the hematuria, which can be due to the damage, injury to the urethra. And third one is the allergic reaction to materials such as silicone, rubber, latex, etc. The next one is the bladder stone, injury to urethra, kidney damage due to infection, septicemia when the infection goes into the blood, stricture due to the healing of the injury. The last one is the chronic renal inflammation, which can be due to infection. Next is the preliminary assessment. Before starting the catheterization, we do preliminary assessment. The first point is to check the physician order, to identify the patient and check the purpose for catheterization. Is there any need for catheterization? The third one is to check the specific precautions, if any. Fourth one is check the consciousness of the patient and the ability to follow instruction. Check the articles available in the unit, and including the availability of the light, because light is very important to see the urethral orifice. Next are the articles. Articles required for the catheterization are arranged in two trays. First one is the clean tray and the second one is the sterile tray. So in clean tray we will keep flashlight to see the urethral orifice, disposal gloves to prevent infection, kidney tray to collect the waste, antiseptic solution which is generally betadine, and a saline solution, adhesive tape, and the scissors, and then specimen container, lubricant like lignocaine, draw sheet, and Macintosh to avoid the spillage. Two bowls. In sterile tray we contain two bowls with sterile cotton swab, and these two things are packed inside the catheter set. Next is the catheter. The next one is the sponge holder, 10 ml syringe, distilled water, and sterile gloves. Here is a picture of the well arranged articles in a catheterization tray. So we will discuss this. The first one is the betadine. Here you can see on the screen. The second one is the saline. The third one is the sterile cotton bag, which is kept behind this. The fourth one is the drainage bag, and the fifth one is the urinary catheter. You can see here urinary catheter. The sixth one are the draw sheet and the Macintosh, and the seventh one are the gloves. Eighth one are the urinary catheter set. Here is the urinary catheter set, which is containing sterile cotton swabs and the two bowls which are sterile. The ninth one is the adhesive tape. Here you can see a adhesive tape. The 10th one is the kidney tray, and then paper bag for the waste, and lubricating jelly, and disposable syringe. This is the tray for the catheterization set, which is containing sterile swabs, and the two sterile bowl will be opened. All the packed sterile items like syringe and the sterile specimen container, which are placed in the clean tray, they are opened into the sterile tray during the procedures. That's why they are mentioned on the sterile tray in the previous slide. Next is the steps of the procedure. First of all is pre-procedural steps, in which we will cover preparation of patient and unit, review physician's order to identify the region for catheterization, identify the purpose of the catheterization, identify the child and explain the procedure to the child and his or her caregivers to gain cooperation of the child as well as reduce child's anxiety. Bring the articles near the bedside of the child to save time and energy. Screen the child to provide privacy and reduce embarrassment of the child. Next is the intra-procedural steps. Intra-procedural step. The first step is wash hands thoroughly, wear gloves to reduce the risk of transmission of the microorganism. Stand on the right side of the patient and shift the child closer. Spread the long Macintosh and the draw sheet under the child. Macintosh prevents soiling of the bed and draw sheet absorb fluid. Position the child in the dorsal recumbent position with knees flexed and thighs externally rotated. Here you can see in this picture the child is placed in the dorsal recumbent position with the knees flexed and the thighs are externally rotated. In case of the female child, the thighs need to be little bit more extended to visualize the urethral orifice, and in case of the male child we will give semi recumbent position. So the position for the catheterization is dorsal recumbent position with the knees flexed and thighs externally rotated. Next is adjust the light if there is no sufficient light. You can use flashlight or torch. Wash hands and wear sterile gloves once again to reduce the risk of transmission of microorganisms. Ask another staff to open the catheter set and to pour antiseptic solution into the bowl, saline into the another bowl. These two bowls are taken from the sterile tray. Open outer cover of the catheter and place it in the tray. Keeping all the articles ready for use help in saving time and prevent chances of contamination. Ask to open the lubricant, squeeze and discard the first drop, uh, and after that drop, squeeze some on the sterile gauze in the tray. The lubricant used generally is lignocaine. Next, drape the perineal area and place the sterile tray between the child thigh creator to create a sterile field. In case of the indwelling catheterization, fill the syringe with the sterile water and test the balloon of the catheter by inflating it to check for the leak of the balloon. Deflate it and keep catheter aside with the syringe attached to it. Open the sterile specimen bottle and the sterile urine bag ready for use in the sterile tray to save the time. Lubricate the tip of the catheter liberally and place it on the sterile tray ready for use. Lubrication aids in easy insertion of the catheter by reducing the friction. So, the next step after preparation of the articles and creating sterile zone is clean the meatus with the non-dominant hand. Carefully retract the labia fully and expose urethral meatus. Maintain position of the hand throughout the procedure with sponge holder in dominant hand. Take sterile cotton swab dipped in the antiseptic solution and clean the perineal area from clitoris toward the anus. And the sequence follows for the cleaning will be uh, urethral meatus, and then from the labia minora, and then labia majora. We go from the less contaminated site to the more contaminated site. Use one swab for each wipe. Next, repeat the cleaning with the saline swab similarly. For male, retract foreskin, clean the glands. Place fenestrated drape over the genital and apply lubricated gel to the catheter and urethral orifice and inject the gel into urethra. In female, visualize the meatus insert the catheter for 2.5 to 5 centimeter until urine begins to flow. In case of the male, the urethral length is 20 centimeter, and in case of the adult female, the urethral length is approximate 4 centimeter. But in case of children, it can vary according to the age and height of the child. So, the nurse should insert the catheter until the urine begins to flow. Then next step is inflate the balloon with the sterile water. Collect all urine in the kidney tray if needed. Collect urine sample. Pull the catheter out slightly to ascertain stability and connect catheter to urobag. Secure catheter to the thigh using adhesive tape, or one can use catheter fixator, and praise and thank the child for his cooperation and to build trusting relationship. Catheter to the thighs. Tie the urobag below the level of the bladder, otherwise it can backflow the urine and cause infection. During securing the catheter, and ensure adequate length to avoid the traction. Traction on catheter can lead to the urinary meatus trauma. You can see in this picture a catheter is fixed with a fixator on the thighs. Next is the post procedural step. Wash and dry the perineum to remove any urine left on the skin. Remove the articles from child bedside, remove Macintosh draw sheet, position the patient and make him comfortable, monitor intake output and record the procedure with date, time and observation of the client, remove screen, replace the garment and the bed cover, clean or discard the articles and wash hands. Return to the patient, assess the discomfort if any. If the child has been has to be catheterized for a long time, teach his parents about the catheter care. Next, the last are the special consideration. Position the urobag below the level of the bladder to promote drainage and prevent backflow of the urine, which can cause infection. Inflate the Do not overinflate the balloon. Inflate the balloon with correct amount of sterile water as specified by the manufacturer. Do not overinflate, it can leak or rupture. Maintain asepsis throughout the procedure. Thank you.